Happy Sunday, Sagittarius. I hope this day finds you well. And as you know, this is the day when we do what? Get ready for the week ahead. So this shows you how you could get ready for the week ahead and some things that may come up. And it's interesting because it really feels a lot like mindset stuff. And we have a full moon tomorrow in Capricorn, and I literally love Capricorn energy. And it's in the 10th house, so it's really about how things work, right? It could be how you work, but I like Sagittarius energy because it never feels overly emotional, you know? And so a nice ritual that you can do for this full moon is, to focus on, like Capricorn wants you to have a plan. Like, it's about goals and long term goals. And, it's always nice to have, a 2 year plan or a 5 year plan. Because it really shows you like actions you want to take in the future. But, a nice ritual is 10 for the 10th house to write 10 reasonable goals. And, keep it somewhere where you can see it. And then if you are into journaling, as you should be, you could really write down, things that you could do to move towards these goals, right? What are some habits that you could change or correct? And what are some intentions that you can set towards doing this? It's like towards achieving these goals and really keeping track of when you do achieve the goals. Because Capricorn is about achievement. And it's Saturn ruled, so it definitely is about, how we do things. Like, how could you be more productive? How do you make things harder on yourself? That kind of thing. New things you could try. So, just saying. So, okay, let's get to it. So, okay, the energies coming in this week are really something. Really something, Sag. So, what the universe wants you to focus on is fragment, deceit, and honesty. Like, it's really, the universe is wanting you to be more focused, right? Because fragment is definitely a Sagittarius energy where, we can be all over the place, right? And you know the universe really wants you to be honest with yourself about how that happens and how you could focus more. Yes. So, who is affecting your week ahead? This was interesting too. Because I feel like you might encounter someone who wants to talk. Because, of course, people always come to Sagittarius for advice. Because divorce, someone experiencing a breakup, challenges, and they have a lot of decisions to make. And with air sign being here, it could actually be an air sign, or it could just be they're needing help in terms of the types of decisions that they're needing to make, So that could be happening. But here's what's interesting, Sag. Like, people are so often jealous of Sagittarius. And I said what I said. And it has to do with the attention that we get, right? Which we don't ask for. It just kind of happens. But I feel like it's possible that you may have some jealous people in your midst who, you're having wins here, or a win, or whatever it is. And it seems like someone or people in general seem to be jealous of that. So you may be encountering jealous people this week. And this is like, it's hard because we're so optimistic and so positive, and it's like, why don't you want to see me win? but they're actually jealous of your wins, and you're needing to just not engage in the argument, Sag. Just walk the heck away. Walk away. Just don't even entertain that, right? Yeah. So, what is unavoidable this week, Sag? Well, I'll tell you what. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. You may be finding that it's just really getting hard in terms of the way that, like, you may find in some of your connections, your relationships, maybe even work, honestly, because Pentacles represent work, but that's the energy of where you're the one doing all the giving. You're the one doing all the work. And, you know, that really doesn't honor you. And that may really put you in your feelings. Because with the Eight of Swords, it's like you don't know what to say. You know you should say something because it weighs on you heavily, and this could really be about work. It could also be about relationships, like where you're feeling like you're the one doing everything and they're not returning the favor. They're not, and for sure we don't give for the main purpose of getting something back, but, it just becomes pointless, and you may be feeling stuck by some one-sided type of situations, right? And, it's like you feel like you're being taken advantage of, and it's causing, like, it's heavy. With the Ten of Wands, it's like, why is everything on me? And it may be because sometimes I find with Sagittarius, with myself, I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon, where, we will give to people without them even asking. So in some ways, it's like we cause our own burden, right? So you're really being called to really think about, what you're giving to. Are you the one doing most of the giving? Does that really work for you? Or does it just make life harder? So, what is it in your life that you could stop giving to? What are some of the burdens that you could let go of? Yeah, that's deep, right? That's deep. And, I do feel like you're being called to be open to new ideas. So, with the King of Cups, the Emperor, the Page of Cups, and the Magician, it's like someone is bringing some new ideas to you on how to make something work. I don't know what it is that they're trying to make work. And, it's going to require that you step out of ego. The Emperor thinks he knows the way things should be done, but you're being called to be more open to new ideas of doing things, specifically if they're coming through from someone else. The King of Cups is someone who has your best interests at heart. They care about you, and they're just trying to help you. And so, you may want to keep that in mind. You may want to keep that in mind for sure. I feel as if, okay, we're seeing the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. The Moon can be jealousy too. But, you are, there have been some situations that haven't been that easy, but Sagittarius is definitely moving beyond painful situations because, honestly, you are, everyone has their own truth, and, you get that. That doesn't erase any hurt you might feel, but, it is helping you to move forward. It's helping you to move forward, and there's a sense that now you're moving forward without fear, because the Moon is all about the unknown and what we don't know, and it's really interesting because I feel like you might be being called to see someone else's truth, to see that you're not the only one hurting. And this might help you to move forward with the Knight of Wands, because this is definitely a moment of growth for you, yeah. We're seeing the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and this is your self-care message, by the way. This is your self-care message. You are growing beyond painful situations and just, jumping into the future and jumping into new things. And, definitely in regards to change, even though you don't know where you'll land, and that's not really important to you. Okay, because, yep. Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You're definitely being called to make decisions on situations that are out of balance. Okay? So I mean, you may be like, sometimes it's like how you do too much, how you pile too much on your plate. You're definitely starting now to really think about the areas of your life that may be out of balance, and now you're ready to make decisions. Decisions that make sense, that, situations that are out of balance can happen. There may be an opportunity to settle something here that's been out of balance, and it's going to require understanding from you, from a place of non-judgment, honestly. Ten of Swords. Yeah, because I kind of feel like you learned a lot in this situation, no matter what it is. Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups. There is definitely a sense of settling something. And, with the Two of Pentacles, like, I don't know, there's a possibility that you could come back together, definitely with a friend, right? Whatever is happening, whatever you're finding out, whatever this truth is, does make you happy. But you're also, this has been a big life lesson about understanding, and definitely understanding things from other people's points of view, and then you get to choose whether this is important to you or not, and that is, I feel like this communication will make you happy because it definitely will settle something. I definitely feel like you find out something you didn't know before, and it's hard to be the one who has to understand, but, I kind of feel like that's what's happening. And, this information that you get on this will help you to make a better decision. Whether you just take it as a lesson or you heal things with the Three of Cups, so, yeah, Sag. So let's see what the animal spirits have to say to you. But I can definitely tell that you're going to stop giving to situations that don't give back to you. Stop being the one who gives all the time. So what do you want to tell Sagittarius? Oh, yeah, here we go. Making decisions on what's really important to you. That might be a huge focus for this week. Making decisions on what is really important to you. What are the priorities that you need to focus on? And what do you need to stop doing? Because, a lot of times when we're busy giving to everyone else, we neglect our own priorities. And so I feel like this might be a thing for you this week. Might be a thing. Okay, Sag, toodles.